with all its garbage. So that only sky means be available to this non-divisive awareness. Not the divisive consciousness with which you are familiar. That is not skyness. So, when he says, no hell below us, hell is again a cultural input, again belief systems, again terrorizing, frightening affair. People are made afraid of hell. The movement of fear, which is one of the ingredient of the mind, the greed, fear, the dependencies on belief systems. We know that. So no hell below us means all this our hypocrisy in the name of religion and the burden of belief systems, these are the hells. And these are introduced by guilt and gullibility, which are our our means mind's heritage. This heritage of this society and its priestcraft, this is the hell. This heritage with the mind unconstructed, this is the hell. So he said, no hell, naturally. In the skyness, in the emptiness, wholeness, in the energy of understanding, without any undertaking, where is the hell? So that is why he says, no hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Now, so I hope nobody will have the telephone ringing. These gentlemen also should know that. So, now, first imagine, we understood this really means heaven inside. Now again he says, imagine all the people living for today. Here, this imagine indicates be inspired. See, the speaker has discovered while going through it that each imagine has a different significance. Just as the speaker said, the first imagine is heaven inside. And the second imagine all the people living for today. This imagine means be inspired to live in easiness. You see, living for today means living in the easiness. Not I-ness, easiness. In the nowness. Not in the notoriety and nastiness of the I-ness, with all its past prejudices and pressures, nor in the future fancy and fantasy from the speculations generated by the separative psyche. Usually, we are never living in isness, never living in I-ness, never living, what he says, living for today means living in the isness, in the nowness, in the existential energy of the presence, the most profound presence, not past. Past is only a network of prejudice and pressures. Future is only the projected fancy and fantasies. Nowness is what is, and future is what should be, and past is what is already gone, dead. And we are always living in the past, that means in the dead pressures and prejudice of the mind, or living in the future, all the fancy fantasies, all the speculations. And the speculation is from that separative process of the I-ness. It is always indulging in speculations. Never with the sanctity of easiness, always in the nastiness of the past or the notoriety of the future. So the invitation here is, imagine all the people. Let the people be inspired. Here imagine means inspired. Be inspired to live for today by relinquishing the burden of the past. Not by formulating the fancy and fantasy of the future. That is living for today. Now, again he says, imagine there is no countries. Here the word imagine means visualize. Visualize that the whole planet, the whole earth, the whole world is ours. This planet is not a British planet or a French planet or a Russian planet or a American planet. It is our planet, belonging to the whole humanity. That is what he says, imagine there is no country. That means, here imagine means visualize. That all the countries may be there as a reference point for practical reasons, to manage a particular area with a particular kind of people who are talking a particular language. It is easier to do practical tasks in that particular area. For example, in this area, the practical tasks will be performed well through Bulgarian language. And an area of a planet where Bulgarian language helps us to do practical work, technical work, the work for our food, clothes and shelter. That particular part of the planet we will call Bulgaria. But there is no country. That means there is no division. There is no, I am a Bulgarian, you are a Russian, or I am a Bulgarian, you are a Macedonian, no such thing. These are all certain practical, which are convenient for practical tasks, technical tasks. That's all. No psychological investment, no perpetuation of the psyche, separative psyche, telling that I am a Bulgarian, I am an Orthodox Christian. No psychological investment, only a reference point for the purpose of driving license, credit card, passport, that's all. So that is what it means. Imagine there is no country. It is not hard to do. This visualization is a natural phenomenon. It is the veracity, because actually it is the planet Earth. It is the mind, the society, and its vanity and vested interest that has created all this problem. But our natural state is universal human awareness. It is not a particular separative consciousness which may be gratifying, but it is not goodness. And goodness is our natural state. Life, because we are life. Life is naturally good. It is the mind which is evil, which is the enemy of life, and creating all problems in the living quality of life. So, that is why he says, when you visualize that whole planet is ours, that means imagine that there is no countries. It is not hard to do, because this is our natural state. We belong to this planet, human beings. It's our planet. And when this happens, he says very beautifully, then there is nothing to kill or die for. Because human beings are killing and dying in the name of nationalism. The whole Nazi means nationality, you see. Nazi. Super nationalism. Super nationalism. And this only prompt us to kill others in the name of country, in the name of patriotism. And not only you are killing, you are dying also. So he says that if this visualization is there, that the whole planet is ours, there will be nothing to kill or die for. And he says, and no religion too. Because even in the name of religion, we are killing and dying. And what is religion? Religion actually is the gathering of energy to see what is. Not seeking energy, not wasting energy in seeking what should be. So that is why when he says no religion too, which means no wastage of life's energy, seeking what should be, projected by the mind, which is the enemy of life, except in matters technical.